I've been saying this for years, and I'll continue to say it. It's time for the NFL to stop automatically giving the number one seed advancement into the second round. I have no problem with you giving them a bye, but the only way that will work is if you gave everybody a bye and then everybody started the playoffs the next week. If you're a professional team, you shouldn't get automatically moved to the second round of the playoffs. The most logical thing for the NFL and the MLB, because they are the only two leagues that don't do it, basketball and hockey already do it, you should have 8 teams on each side. You're not adding any extra rounds. You still have the wild card round, the divisional round, the conference championship round, and the Super Bowl. The only difference is the number one seed would have to play in the wild card round. They still get a bye. They still have home field throughout the playoffs, but they would just have to play in the first round. And you should go by the overall records. Like, if you look at these overall records, no disrespect to Houston was better than Cleveland yesterday. But Houston should not have hosted a game just because they won their division. I feel like division winners should make the playoffs, but if their record isn't better than the other teams in the conference, they shouldn't get to be above them just because they won a division that wasn't that good. Like Tampa Bay is 11-6. Philly is 11-6, and they have to go to 9-8. Tampa Bay, that's not right. Like, you shouldn't be rewarded for winning a subpar division. Like Cincinnati, it should be 8 teams on each side. Cincinnati should have made it, and it should have been 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, and 4 versus 5. Baltimore should have played Cincinnati. Buffalo should have played Pittsburgh. Kansas City played Miami, and then Houston played Cleveland. So basically how it ended up, except Baltimore would have to play Cincinnati in the first round of the playoffs. That's the only thing that makes sense. Because just because Baltimore won 1 more game, 2 more games than Buffalo and Cincinnati, not Cincinnati, Cleveland and Kansas City, they shouldn't have to play in the first round. You're basically rewarding them 3 times, basically saying, okay, 1, we gonna give you a bye, 2, you get home field advantage, and 3, you don't even got to worry about playing in the first round. We just gonna move you to the second round. That's stupid. Make everybody play every round, then the playoffs will be more realistic. Now Baltimore has to just sit around and wait to see who they play. If Buffalo beats Pittsburgh, then Houston goes to Baltimore and Kansas City goes to Buffalo. But if Pittsburgh beats Buffalo, then Pittsburgh will have to go to Baltimore and Houston would go to Kansas City. Just make it to where 1 plays 8 and the winner plays whoever won out of 4 and 5. 2 plays 7 and the winner plays whoever wins out of 3 and 6. You shouldn't have to wait to see who wins to know who you're playing. You should automatically know, well, if these people win, we play them. If the other team win, we play them. Not, okay, well, if the lower seed wins, then they go here. If the higher seed wins, they go there. Like, that's stupid.